Hey there guys, and welcome back to another one of my Doctor Who book reviews, and today in this video I'm going to be taking a look at a 10th Doctor book. Obviously it's a new series book and it's called The Feast of the Drowned now. Yes, I know it's been a while since my previous review, but that's another topic for another video of explanations. But yeah, so I thought I'd give The Feast of the Drowned a read because it's a book that I've been meaning to read for quite some time, and finally I have read it. I finished it about probably a week ago now. I'm not reading any Doctor Who books at the moment, I'm sort of reading other things, but I decided to read The Feast of the Drowned because, like I said, it's something that I've been wanting to get my teeth into for quite some time. So before I tell you my thoughts, I'll just show you the presentation of the book. I actually really quite like this cover. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to get this book in the first place, and I remember when I was younger I really liked the design, and but I only got this book a few years ago, so yeah, it was a bit late buying this book. But so yeah, we have Doctor Who, Feast of the Drowned. It's written by Stephen Cole, who I think is a pretty good author. We've got the spine, not much going on here, it's pretty like sort of dark bluish colour going on. And then we got the blurb up there, and Doctor Who and what the cast of the new series at that time was. So I'll just read you the blurb. When a naval cruiser sinks in mysterious circumstances in the North Sea, all aboard are lost. Rose is saddened to learn that the brother of her friend Keisha was among the dead, and yet he appears to them as a ghostly apparition, begging to be saved from the coming feast, the Feast of the Drowned. As the dead crew haunt loved ones all over London, the Doctor and Rose are drawn into a chilling mystery. What sank the ship and why? When the cruiser's wreckage was towed up the Thames, what sinister force came with it? The river's dark waters are hiding an even darker secret as preparations for the feast near their conclusion. So yeah, featuring the Doctor, Rose, as played by David Tennant, and Billie Piper in the acclaimed hit series from BBC Television. So yeah, I picked this up from the BBC shop like a few years ago, like I said earlier. So what are my thoughts on The Feast of the Drowned? I'm going to say this straight from the get-go. I found this book to be rather average. I enjoyed The Stealers of Dreams a lot more than this one. I'd say that because it was the previous book that I reviewed, and this one, I think the main problem this book has is the pacing. It's sometimes incredibly slow and quite tedious. The mystery's good. I enjoyed the mystery of the Ascendant and what happened, and how everyone sort of disappeared, and there were sort of questions being raised about that, and I thought the mystery was good. Mickey is in this book, which is always a good thing because I like Mickey as a character. And there's a few moments with Jackie as well, but that's sort of near towards the end. And as for the character of Keisha, I found her to be really annoying sometimes, but I did sort of feel sympathetic because of the fact that she had lost her brother on the Ascendant, which is the ship. As you can see there, it's called the Ascendant, and it gets talked about quite a lot in the book. And as for the Feast of the Drowned itself, I wasn't sure because it didn't really get mentioned all that much, and obviously the book is called The Feast of the Drowned, but the main sort of villain, I suppose, of the this book is basically it's like intelligent water. Sort of reminded me a little bit of The Waters of Mars, because that was intelligent water on Mars in that story. So yeah, I think it's set in the present day, 2006. So yeah, I think yeah, like I said, the main problem I have with it is the pacing. It's got a good structure, but the pacing is one of its big issues. I think the characterization of all the main regulars is very, very good. I think Stephen Cole captures the 10th Doctor really, really well. Rose was a bit annoying at times, but Mickey was pretty good. They had quite a lot to do in the story, surprisingly, because he gets to sort of partner up with the Doctor a bit, because they don't really get on, because obviously he sort of made Mickey's life a bit of a misery, and that sort of explored a little bit of how Mickey was dealing with people accusing him of like murdering Rose during that year in which Rose was with the Ninth Doctor. So that's talked about a little bit, and I found that quite good stuff, because obviously it wasn't really talked about that much in the new series of how Mickey dealt with that situation, and being accused of a murderer. Obviously he did talk about it sometimes, but it wasn't brought up as in detail as this, and it was quite because basically the thing is that Keisha sort of going to like forced all of her mates onto Mickey, and because she thought Mickey killed her best mate. So yeah, you sort of can understand her reasoning behind it, but obviously she had no idea what actually happened to Rose. So yeah, I think she's probably the bit of an annoying part. There are some quite dark moments in it where the intelligent water is sort of drowning and sort of almost killing off a few soldiers in the story. I thought the villain was quite good and actually did had quite a bit of a threat within the book. I think the problem is that it was quite rushed towards the end. I did feel as though it was a little bit rushed, but that's my personal opinion. I'm not sure what the general consensus of this book is. I don't know how it settles in terms of the fan ratings. I'm not sure what people would usually give it, because I haven't really looked into the general consensus, basically. So I suppose I'd better give it a rating. I think I'll probably give this probably a 6 out of 10. It's average at best. It's not the best book in the world, and like I said, it was quite slow, but yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say on the Feast of the Drowned. So yeah, I'm not sure what my next book review is going to be, but what my next video is going to be. So yeah, it might be for a few weeks, it might be in a few days, I have no idea. So thank you very much for watching this, and I shall see you for my next video. So take care, and I shall see you then.